of mushrooms. This is totally different, though. Cody is standing by to explain.
Yes, indeed. Okay, this is like my new favorite thing. I've been so hyped about this for about a month. So take a listen to this.
Okay.
This is actual music made with mushrooms.
Okay.
Listen. Hear the beat?
Oh my God.
Isn't this cool? MycoLyco joining us right now to tell us all about how this works. And seriously, I have changed the way I interact with nature because of you. Like, I look at plants and I'm like, are they trying to talk to me or not? I think it's fascinating.
Oh yeah, and that's kind of, I think that's the message that I'm trying to send with my music, is that there's all of this information and electrical signals happening all around us. You know, the forest really is interconnected through the mycorrhizal relationships of mushrooms, and it's something that a lot of people don't know about, and it's certainly something that most of us don't experience on a day-to-day basis. And by connecting the synthesizers to the mushrooms, it gives us a chance to really to dial in and listen and pay attention to that and be aware that that is something that is happening all around us all the time.
And going through your videos, there's so many different types of sounds that are coming out of this. But is there certain mushrooms you like to work with more, or does it really matter?
You know, I feel like mushrooms are all fairly similar in terms of the activity that they have and what sounds they're going to create. I do love pink oyster mushrooms and Cordyceps militaris because of their like bright, vibrant colors. So, you know, the visual aspect is definitely a part of it, but just all the different morphologies of the mushrooms themselves and all the different shapes are really fascinating.
How did you get started doing this? Where did this idea kind of pop into your head?
Yeah, so my background is that I used to work in the woods. I was a wilderness field instructor for a wilderness therapy program for a while. I also hiked the Appalachian Trail. And then after all of that, I ended up working in the synthesizer industry for about 3.5 years for a company called Make Noise, where I was a synthesizer technician, like calibrating and building the synthesizers, getting ready to go out. So, you know, I had a sort of a background in nature and wilderness survival and a background in synthesizers. The pandemic came around. I had grown some mushrooms in the past with my interest in permaculture, and felt called to grow some Cordyceps militaris because those may or may not be good for viral infections. And it seemed like a good time to have a lot of a mushroom that was good for viruses, or maybe good for viruses. You know, I'm not a doctor, so I can't give any medical advice or anything like that. Anyways, so I had this music studio that we're in right now, and I was slowly transitioning that into being a mycology lab to grow a bunch of cordyceps. I was even considering putting away the music for a little bit, just to focus on growing these cordyceps to get the medicine out there. And then I was aware that there's this module called the Instro Zion that let you connect your synthesizer to plants, and I had a friend that connected it to some turkey tail mushrooms, Earth Cry, and I had seen that. I'd already known about the module, but seeing that, I kind of fell in love with the module because it's a really gorgeous module. So I wanted to buy it, and I found it was hard to find, and I found a friend that had two and was willing to sell me one. And originally, I was just kind of thinking of doing a little bit of promo, you know, for this for a mushroom business that I was maybe going to start. But then it took off. People went crazy. It went viral. And it became kind of its own thing. And also there's a lot of like red tape with being able to sell mushrooms grown in your home that came up. So this kind of was like a great way to take this path instead of the mushroom farm path.
So cool. I could talk to you all day about this, seriously, all day. But you have an album out, Bandcamp.
Yeah,
what do we need to do?
I have two albums. One is Initial Research, and that is all sort of just the raw mushroom sounds, and that's been out for almost a year now. It's available on all streaming services. You can just look up MycoLyco Initial Research, and you'll find it. And then I have a new album that came out today. Today it's only on Bandcamp, so mycolyco.bandcamp.com. And that one is called A Mushroom Music Dance Party, and that's where I've taken the sounds and remixed them and put them with like a drum beat.
Yeah,
so it's kind of cool, dancey vibes to it.
Dude, I love it.
That one will be on all streaming services on the 21st.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us. I find it fascinating, and seriously, I've really been rethinking about how I interact with nature because of your music.
Awesome. That's what I love to hear.
All right, man. Have a good one. Thanks again. Bye.
All right. Thanks for having me.
I'm telling you, like, it's so cool. He puts a dance beat to it.
Yeah.
I love it.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
Who knew? Right on. Thanks, Code. We'll move over, Jersey boys.